Okay, here is the histology of testes. So what is that histology of testes? That means the study of tissue. So what is that tissue? That one is present in the organ, that is testes. Testes is a male primary sex organ in a male that produces the sperm. So what is the function of testes? Is to produces the sperm, and another one hormone that is very important, that is called as a testosterone, that plays an important role during the puberty. So whatever the changes that one is occurred in a male, that is secondary sexual characters, that one is because of the hormone. The name of hormone is a testosterone. So testosterone brings the changes during puberty in a boys. म्हणजे मुलं जेव्हा वयामध्ये येतात तेव्हा जे बदल होतात त्यांच्यामध्ये, म्हणजे त्यांना दाढी येणं, मिशा, चेस्ट वरती हिअर येणं, ही जी काही बदल आहेत ती कशामुळे होतात, तर त्या हार्मोन्समुळे. आणि जे हार्मोन कोण रिलीज करतं? टेस्टीज रिलीज करत असतात किंवा सिक्रेट करतात आपण असं म्हणतो. सो टेस्टीज दॅट इज प्रेझेंट इन द स्क्रूटम. इट इज अ पाउच लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. Testes are oval in shape and size. Another one thing is that testis is covered by a thick coat. What is that thick coat? Here the outer one is here, that is called as a tunica vaginalis. The middle one, that is a tunica albuginea, and the innermost layer, that is called as a tunica vasculosa. So these are the three layers. That means testes are located in that three layers. It is a coating, it is a cover. ते आवरण आहे टेस्टीच्या वरती, त्याला तीन कोट आहेत. सगळ्यात बाहेरचा outer tunica vaginalis, then middle one tunica albuginea, and lastly innermost one is the tunica vasculosa. In that, what is that? There is presence of, it is actually the TS of testes. TS means transverse section. आडवा छेद. समजा आता हा पेन आहे आणि याचा असा आडवा छेद घेतला तर त्याला म्हणतात टीएस, ट्रान्सफर सेक्शन. आणि याचा असा उभा छेद घेतला तर याला शब्द आहे लॉन्जिट्युडनल, त्याला म्हणतात एलएस. एलएस म्हणजे लॉन्जिट्युडनल, उभा छेद, आणि टीएस म्हणजे आडवा छेद. सो हियर दॅट इज अ टीएस ऑफ टेस्टिस. सो टीएस ऑफ टेस्टिस shows that structure. And what is this structure? This structure is nothing but the seminiferous tubule. So inside the testis there is presence of seminiferous tubules. In each testis, see here, here is the LS of testis. हा उभा छेद आहे. So inside the testis there is presence of, what is that? This one is a lobule. So how many lobules are present in each testis? There is 200 to 300 lobules are present in each testis. Then in each lobule there is presence of a seminiferous tubule. And how many seminiferous tubules are present in each lobule? That one is 1 to 4. So 1 to 4, that seminiferous tubules are present in each lobule. And how many lobules are present? 200 to 300 lobules are present. So if we take the TS of that here, then that one is looking like this. So each, that is the, suppose here is the seminiferous tubule, this one, if we cut it, then that structure is looking like this. So this one is consisting, what is that? Here is the basement membrane. So basement membrane is present to that seminiferous tubule. Then next to that there is a germinal epithelial cells. So these cells are the germinal epithelial cells. So this is the germinal epithelial cells. In that germinal epithelial cells there is presence of some large cells. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. These are the cells that is called as a Sertoli cells. Here Sertoli cells, that one is plays an important role that providing nourishment to the developing sperm. So here sperms are produced inside that seminiferous tubule. So sperms are produced from, what is that? Germinal epithelial cell. So germinal epithelial cell undergoes, that is spermatogenesis, and that produces the sperms. So here that germinal epithelial cells are diploid in nature. Diploid in nature means that one is having two set of chromosome. The total number of chromosomes in a human being, that is 46. Chromosomes, they are always present in pair. So how many pairs? There is a 23 pairs. If 23 pairs are present in cell, then that cell is referred as a diploid cell. So here diploid cell, that germinal epithelial cell is a diploid. From that germinal epithelial cell, male gametes are produced. That is nothing but the sperm. So diploid cell become that is haploid. So there is a meiosis, reductional cell division, that one is taking place. There is a sequential changes that is taking place inside that germinal epithelium. So that is the spermatogonium, that is diploid. Spermatogonium is developed into, what is that? Primary spermatocyte. That one is also diploid. Then primary spermatocyte is converted into secondary spermatocyte. That secondary spermatocyte is haploid. Then secondary spermatocyte, that one is developed into spermatid. Spermatid is also haploid, and later on there is a flagellation to that spermatid. That means that one is converted into the sperm. So sperms are haploid in nature. So first one, spermatogonial cell, that is diploid. Then primary spermatocyte, that one is also diploid. Primary, that one is developed into secondary spermatocyte, that one is haploid. Secondary spermatocyte convert into the spermatid, that is also haploid, and spermatid is converted into here the sperm, and that sperms are also haploid. So here all the changes, that one is taking place inside the seminiferous tubule. Germinal epithelium, that leads into the formation of, what is that here lastly? The sperm, and that is remaining inside the seminiferous tubule, and that one is a haploid in nature. So what is the function of here Sertoli cell? See, that number of sperms, they are attached to the Sertoli cell. So here is a bundle of sperm that is inside the seminiferous tubule, and that Sertoli cell provide nourishment to the developing sperm. Another one thing is that in between that seminiferous tubule, there is presence of a connective tissue. In that there is presence of interstitial cell. So here yellow colored cell, that one is shown here. That one is interstitial cell, and that plays an important role here, that produces the hormone testosterone. So testis produces the hormone testosterone. Which cells of the testis? That one is a interstitial cell that produces the testosterone. So here that testes are covered with three coat. One can say the one coat, that one is having 3 layers, that is tunica vaginalis, tunica albuginea, and tunica vasculosa. Here is presence of seminiferous tubule. It is the TS of that tubule, that consisting here the basement membrane, then germinal epithelium. Then that one is actually this one is here a cells in and developing stage. First, for example, this one is the spermatogonial cell. Then that one is primary spermatocyte, then secondary spermatocyte, then spermatid, and later on the sperm that is developed here. That means inside the seminiferous tubule, we are observing that sperms in a developing stage. So this one is here interstitial cell. See here, this is the LS of testis. In that LS of testis, we observe here the lobules. Inside the lobules, that is the seminiferous tubule. That seminiferous tubule produces the sperm. That sperms are carried towards this part, and this part is called as the red testes. So the formation of sperm inside the seminiferous tubule, that carry towards the red testes. Then from that red testes, it is carried towards the epididymis. So here this structure is called as the epididymis, that is present over to the testes. Here sperm from that red testes, that carried towards the here epididymis through the vas efferentia. The word is here efferentia, and here is the vas deferens. Deferens is different than the vas efferentia. So vas efferentia carry the sperm from red testes to the epididymis, and here epididymis is having 3 parts. This one is the upper part of epididymis, that is called as the caput epididymis. This one is the middle part, it is called as the corpus epididymis, and this is the lowermost part, that is called as the cauda epididymis. So you got it, that here epididymis is divided into 3 parts. Upper one caput, then middle one corpus, and here is the lowermost, that is the cauda epididymis. And then here from that epididymis sperms enter into the vas deferens, and we have studied that vas deferens carry the sperm towards the ejaculatory duct, and from that is enter into the urethra. So that is about the histology of testes.